Terrakion was introduced in Gen 5 and is an extremely strong and consistent Pokémon, having won 3 regional events, 2 nationals and the 2011 Worlds Tournament in Ray Rizzo's team, having had pretty good results up until 2020. Since then, this Pokémon has not been able to place that well, but with this team I'm sure we can change that. Terrakion has Justified, an ability which states that if the Pokémon gets it with a Dark-type move, it will get a +1 boost to its attack stat. This is a good ability, but since our opponents are aware of this, and because Terrakion resists Dark-type moves, they will never activate it, and therefore making it useless. But with Whimsicott's beat-up, we can trigger this ability multiple times, and that is due to this move's multi-hitting property. I'm sure you all know what follows. We must target our own Terrakion for beat-up and self-proc Justified up to 4 times, drastically raising our Terrakion's offensive capabilities. This is Terrakion, a known duo in VGC. This team is actually extremely consistent and has good answers into almost everything. Let's briefly talk about it before going into the matches. Okay, so now we are diving into this team. This is a pretty efficient team and a team that I quite like. As you guys already know, we have the Whimsicott Terrakion duo here, right? But as I've preached in a lot of my previous videos, I think that if we want to utilize more niche strategies, we must protect such strategies with a strong and well-defined core. We must protect this niche with a strong and well-defined core or archetype. In this case, we are utilizing Archaludon Rain with Urshifu. So, this is an extremely strong archetype. Archaludon Rain dominated Regulation Age, right? And so we do want to utilize this Pokemon or this duo. Archaludon is still an extremely strong Pokemon, and this is the most utilized EV spread in my opinion. We are rocking the Assault Vest. We have a lot of special defense investment because this Pokemon is rather weak in the special defense side. And we are also utilizing the Stamina ability instead of the Stalwart or Sturdy. And this is to allow us to utilize Body Press as an offensive move. We also have Pelipper here. This Pelipper is extremely offensive, and that is why it is rocking the Focus Sash. This Pokemon enables the rest of our team, enables the Archaludon, right? It enables the Urshifu, but also enables Gholdengo. And it enables this Pokemon in a more defensive way, where it removes Gholdengo's weakness to Fire-type moves, right? So Pelipper is a really strong and fundamental Pokemon. It has speed control and Wide Guard, which allows us to protect from moves such as Make It Rain or Dazzling Gleams or Sensitive Storms, moves that we are going to be seeing in the opposite side. So this Pokemon is fundamental. We also have the Urshifu to finish up this trio. This Urshifu set is once again a pretty common set with a Choice Scarf, Adamant Nature and Max Speed. This will allow this Urshifu to outspeed a lot of threats, and this is pretty good. This is a set that has been utilized with great success. It is rocking the Surging Strikes, Close Combat, Aqua Jet and U-Turn, nothing out of the ordinary. But one thing that you guys can also see is that both the Urshifu and the Pelipper are the Ghost Terra type. This is such as to allow more offensive pressure from our end. This team is really good for close team sheet best of 1. sets like the ones that I'm going to be showcasing to you guys here, because we have a lot of pressure with this team. We have 3 Ghost Terras, and then we have 1 Ghost type Pokemon, so we have a lot of immunities to Fake Out, and then the Terrakion as also Covered Cloak, which is another immunity to Fake Out. So this team is absolutely fantastic for a close team sheet environment. Now that we've talked about this archetype here, we can talk a little bit more about the Whimsicott and Terrakion. Terrakion has fantastic stats, like I showcased to you guys before, and usually I like to make this type of Pokemon with this strategy a bit more defensive, a little bit more bulky. This team is not mine, the creator is here mentioned, and the creator of this team decided to make Terrakion extremely offensive, which I totally respect, because this will allow the Terrakion to pick up a lot of KOs, right? This Terrakion has the Jolly nature, which will allow this Pokemon to outspeed a lot of huge threats like Landorus, Ogerpon, and other Pokemon that can really threaten our team. Like I said previously, this Pokemon is rocking the Covered Cloak so that we cannot get faked out, and because of this we can actually rock the Terra Grass Terra type, which is fundamental to enable this strategy. And why is that? Among Us is a Pokemon that is extremely common. Both Among Us and Sinistcha is also more common. A move that these Pokemon have, Rage Powder, is a move that it is utilized to redirect attacks. Well, one thing that is really interesting is that grass types are not affected by Rage Powder. This means that if we utilize the Whimsicott and Terrakion lead and our opponent leads with an Among Us or Sinistcha to block our beat up strategy, if we terrestrialize the Terrakion, this strategy will actually still go through, which is amazing, right? And this is something that I showcase in the video. The Whimsicott has a really defensive set. It has a lot of HP investment and a little bit of investment in both defense and special defense, but the most important stat is the 252 onto the speed stat with the timid nature, which will allow us to outspeed a lot of threats. It will allow us to outspeed other Whimsicotts, or at least speed tie other Whimsicotts, which is actually extremely important. This Whimsicott is really good because not only it has beat up to enable Terrakion, but it also has Anchor and Tailwind. So it has both a disruptive move in Anchor, but it also has Tailwind so that we can control the speed of the battle. One trick that I also want to mention here is that you can actually utilize beat up on your Archaludon to boost its defenses. This is something that I showcased in a video that I made about Feraligatr, this one here, and in that video I utilized the Hisuian Electrode with Loaded Dice and Bullet Seed to boost the Archaludon's defense stat, and it was amazing. And this also works with this team, right? You can actually fake out your opponent with many strategies. You can lead Whimsicott Terrakion and then switch the Terrakion into the Archaludon, or even utilize the Whimsicott, right, and the Urshifu, and you can just beat up onto your own Urshifu. Your Urshifu is going to U-turn in the first place, right? You can then U-turn into the Terrakion or Archaludon, and then the Whimsicott is going to utilize beat up on one of these two Pokemon. So you have a lot of strategies to do. This team is extremely versatile. It is a team that is really well constructed, and I had a lot of fun. Once again, the team creator is mentioned here in the top right corner, and now we are going to dive into the battles. So I'll be seeing you there. So for our first opponent, we have another Rain team here with Archaludon, Pelipper, Porygon 2. Ooh, I forgot your name. Comfy, Gorpon, and Among Us. So this team is pretty good from our opponent, but the cool thing that we can see here is that our opponent doesn't actually have a good answer to Terrakion, right? So I think our team is pretty good here. And let's see, I think I can just lead with the Terrakion and Whimsicott. I think that duo is just pretty good, right? Yeah, I think I will do that. Terrakion and Whimsicott. Archaludon here is amazing, and I would be a fool if I did not bring the Urshifu, right? But the Goldengo here is also amazing. I think I'm going to bring the Urshifu to set up a little bit of additional pressure, and this is what I meant. So our opponent is going to try to set up Trick Room. We do not care about Trick Room, like, at all. And we have Encore, right? So we are in a pretty good position with the Whimsicott. If our opponent goes for the Trick Room, we can just Encore the Trick Room and we will be fine. I want to Terragrass my Terrakion, just so to protect ourselves from a potential Spore, and I am just going to go for the close combat onto the Porygon. I think that's pretty safe. Rage Powder onto the Among Us. We are not going to get redirected, okay? So we are going to be in a fantastic position, and look at all of these buffs. Let's go. And the Porygon just gets one-shotted. And our opponent forfeits. This is the power of Terrakion, right? Terragrass Terrakion is amazing because you can just avoid Among Us at all costs. We do not care about Trick Room, at least this version of Trick Room, and in this position our opponent cannot do anything. This is the power of Terrakion. So let's go into our next match. Okay, so this team is extremely dangerous. This team has been talked about a lot in the current scene. I've used it a lot as well for my climb, and yeah, this is just the Erizabeth team that Michael Erizabeth talked about, that a lot of people are talking about. We have the Tinglu, Gouging Fire, Chempao, Dragonite, we have the Galarian Zapdos and the Sinistcha. This team is amazing and it thrives into these more passive teams, right? This is an extremely offensive team and we do have to play carefully with it. This being said, I do not dislike bringing the Whimsicott Terrakion. I still think it's pretty good. But now we have to... I think we have to bring Archaludon. That's just mandatory in my opinion. And to be honest, I think Goldengo here is the better option instead of the Urshifu. Right? It is. Yeah, I think it is. So let's see. We have the Zapdos Gouging Fire. So this is really important. And why? This is because, like, we know what our opponent is going to be doing this turn. So we have the Photosynthesis boost on the Gouging Fire and a Choice Scarf on the Zapdos, okay? Extremely important. So we could be in a tricky position here, but we do have to set up our Terrakion and we do have to attack, right? The Terraghost here is not going to be doing anything, so I want to just do this, and honestly I am just going to go for the Rock Slide. Our opponent can read this and attack the Whimsicott. If he does that, I mean, we cannot do anything about this, right? Because they do have the Choice Scarf. They do get a KO onto the Whimsicott, but we do get a good amount of damage into our opponent. So I'm happy with this. Not happy, but I'm fine with this. We are still in a complicated position, I would say, because we cannot protect with any of our Pokemon. We can only protect with Terrakion, but our opponent is going to see that's coming, in my opinion. So I think I'm just going to Flash Cannon and Rock Slide. The good thing is that the Zapdos is locked into Brave Bird. So you know what? I'm actually just going to Draco Meteor, the Gouging, but he can go for the Terra Fairy, right? I'm going to Draco the Zapdos and protect the Terrakion. Yep, this is the exact play that I wanted to see. This is good. We are going to get a defense boost, which is excellent. We are going to get a KO onto the Zapdos slot. Amazing. Okay, so we are in a good position right now. The Gouging Fire can put a little bit of pressure, especially onto our Terrakion, but still we are fine. I think our Terrakion is extremely heavy, so we shouldn't get one-shotted by the Gouging Fire. But what can we do here? The Gouging Fire can go for the Heat Crash or the Howl. I am just going to pressure the Tinglu, I think. I could also just Flash Cannon and Rock Slide to get a KO to the Gouging. Yeah, let's see if we can get... Okay, so we did the correct play. We do survive. Terrakion is amazing. We do hit. Okay, do we get a KO? We don't. Okay, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but we did do the correct play of double targeting the Gouging Fire. So now what can we do? I think I'm just going to go for the Body Press onto the Tinglu and protect the Terrakion. This is, I think, the correct play. I think they are going to, target the Terrakion slot, which is completely understandable. They do go for the Earthquake. They do KO their own Gouging Fire, but we do get another boost onto their Archaludon. If they bring the Dragonite. This Dragonite, if I'm not mistaken, is actually Inner Focus. So we should be fine. I'm going to Draco Meteor. He is going to survive, which is fine. I think it's time to let our Terrakion go down. But we could also just Body Press the Tinglu, and the Tinglu is quite threatening. No, I have to do this. Yeah, I think this is the play. We could just upper hand the Dragonites as well. But they did not go for it, okay. They went for the Scale Shot. That's not the best option, I think. Because our Archaludon, you do get the Speed Boost, which is extremely important, but how do you KO the Archaludon now? Right? You still did a little bit. I think we are in a good position still. Because now I can just Body Press the Tinglu. And nothing is stopping me from just using Make It Rain. We are going to get a KO onto the Tinglu, which was something that we were expecting. The Dragonite does not have anything that can do to us, right? I do not want to miss. I'm just going to Body Press and Make It Rain, and we get to KO. So this is an extremely good team from our opponent. Our opponent did do a couple of misplays, but this just shows how amazing Terrakion is, right? We had a beautiful match against our opponent, GG's to our opponent, and let's go into the next one. Okay, so we are against a pretty cool team with Iron Valiant, Champo, you see Archaludon, Gastrodon, Rillaboom, and Metagross. So I'm expecting some explosion strat here, and that would not be good for us, like at all. That would not be good. I'm just thinking about Archaludon Pelipper. I think it's good. Yeah. I think I'm just going to do this. I'm still going to bring the Terrakion and Whimsicott. I think they are pretty good. Goldingo here would be good as well. Do I bring the Goldingo? No, I'm gonna do this. I think we are fine with this. Champo and is he an Arcanine actually? Okay, I was not expecting that. This is still fine. We have the Focus Sash onto our Pelipper, so this is fine. I'm just going to Weather Ball the Arcanine and Electroshock, Terragrass, Electroshock the Champo. This is pretty simple. Head Smash. Okay. We are still fine. We do get a KO onto the Arcanine, which was expected, right? They do have Sacred Sword, which is going to be a little bit annoying, just because they can, they are immune to our stat raises, right? But I think that's fine. So what can we do here? You can just go for the Tailwind, just play safe. We have like no reason to do any other play. The Gastrodon can be a little bit annoying, but I think I'm just going to... Okay, you did a lot of damage, but you played really offensively, so I don't think that's going to pay out that well. Icy Wind. Ooh. Okay. So we are really slow right now. Iron Valiant and we bring the Whimsicott. So our Archaludon is just going down. I think that's a little bit obvious, right? I'm just going to Moonblast. This is kind of unfortunate, but I should have thought about the Icy Wind, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to go after. Ooh, we do not kill the Iron Valiant. Spirit Break does take out Archaludon, which is fine, and they get a Yawn. Okay. So I'm going to beat up the Terrakion and Rock Slide. We should be faster, right? I think we are faster than the Iron Valiant, so yeah, but I have to do this. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and we do get the flinch. So yeah, this was a good turn. And we calls Comet. But yeah, we had to risk the Rock Slide, right? Because if the Terrakion gets put to sleep by that Gastrodon, we are in a tough position. Because we cannot do a lot of damage with the Whimsicott. We do not have pressure with Terrakion, because Terrakion can get one-shotted. I don't know if our opponent had Earth Power or Scald, for example, right? So that was kind of scary. I should have played better. I did a little bit of an oopsie at the beginning of the match, but I mean, it's fine. As you guys can see, this team is pretty solid in my opinion. Okay, and we are against another Trick Room team. This time we are against the Among Us, Blood Moon Ursaluna, King Gambit, Farigiraf, Raging Bolt, and Incineroar. This is also a pretty good team, and we have to find ways to counter it. So what can we do? Whimsicott Terrakion is obviously a good lead, but the Intimidate from the Incineroar can be a little bit damning, but still we should be fine. So I am going to bring those two in the front, right? We can always just Terraghost if we think that he is going to go for that option, but we should always fake out the Terrakion. I am going to bring the Urshifu here, and to be honest, I think the Archaludon is the best option here. So Farigiraf Among Us. You guys know what's going to happen, right? So we are going to beat up the Terrakion, right? Beat up Terrakion, and we are going to Terra Grass and just close combat the Farigiraf. We get rid... Yep, that is completely fine. This is the power of Terrakion, guys. Terra Grass Terrakion is amazing. I even spoke to a friend of mine about this Terrakion set, not with the brand, but we had a little bit of more coverage, right? But yeah, it was amazing, and as you guys can see, what can our opponent do in this position? They are probably Terraghost, so I want to have that in consideration, right? I am just going to encore the Among Us here, and I actually just want to protect, to scout out what our opponent is going to do. We are in no hurries here. Sucker Punch. Okay. Is he going to Sucker Punch again? That's the question, because I want to apprehend it. That is fine. We can just beat up again the Terrakion, but I want to go for the neutral play of the Rock Slide, I think. Yeah. Sucker Punch. No way. It did so much. Are you Choice Band? That did so much damage. What? No way. I think... What? I'm going to bring the Archaludon here. Oh, that's really worrisome. I think that's the... And I'm going to close combat Ursaluna, right? Okay. So you are Choice Band. What? What is this, man? What is this? I'm going to Draco the Among Us and switch the Urshifu out for the Whimsicott. Yeah, this was the play, so... and we miss. Ooh, this is not good, man. What? I never expected Choice Band King Gambit. I should have just apprehended. Why did I play safe? Why? We should be in a good position here with our Archaludon, right? We are going to be a little bit strong. We get 3 boosts. The Draco Meteor does hit, but we do not KO. And... no way. No way. What? No way. I'm just going to body press the King Gambit. What? Man, what am I playing against, man? You are Rocky Helmet, right? Yeah. Oh, and we don't KO, man. Yeah. We should still be fine against Ursaluna. But like, come on. Oh, what? That King Gambit did so much damage. What? I think we should be fine. Oh my god, we are not fine, are we? Oh, we are. Clutch EVs, let's go! Now he's going to reveal the Terra Ghost. Watch. What is happening, man? Was that just Black Glasses King Gambit? I have to run the calc on that. Like, no, I have to see this. Like, we have the Terrakion here. Do you do that much damage with... we were... Terragrass. I don't know how to select this. Oh, it's just pressing this. No, you... No, there has to be something, man. I have to be missing something. But oh well, let's go on to the next one. So, we have a pretty interesting team here. We have the Galarian Moltres, we do have a Galay, the Clefairy, we have the futuristic version of Terrakion, we have the Iron Boulder here. We do have the Pelipper and the Basculegion. That's a really cool emote. Not emote, thingy. So, what are we going to do here? Once again, I think that Whimsicott and Terrakion are absolutely amazing, right? They cannot really do much to us. I do like the Urshifu and Archaludon as well, so I think that's what we are going to be doing. Our opponent, the Faked Out and Natural Disasters. Okay. So, we are in a pretty good position here, like I said. We are going to Terragrass and just Rock Slide. We are going to play... Oh, he predicted it. Okay. That is completely fine. That is still completely fine. But good Wild Guard from our opponent. Really nice. Okay, so this was a nice prediction. Okay. But I'm just going to encore you, right? And I'm going to close combat. Now I'm going to close combat the Galade. I don't know if you get the KO, because Galade is extremely bulky, but hey. Let's go! I told you guys, Terrakion is amazing. This is an amazing Pokemon. And now our opponent did not cover for this... Our opponent did not cover for the Encore, so we are in a pretty good position right now, right? And now, this is why I don't like upper hand on the Terrakion. I like another coverage move, especially a Dark type move, because in this position we are against a Pokemon that we cannot touch, right? They have Wild Guard, he is a Ghost type, we cannot do anything. But right now, I am actually just going to beat up and switch the Archaludon in. I'm going to give the most... Okay. So our opponent is playing well. I mean, the switch up onto the Moltres was really good. But I do think we are in a good position right now. I do think we are in a good position. I can always just press Tailwind and... Does Electroshot KO the Moltres? Because I want to get rid of it like in one go. And I don't think I can do that yet. He goes for the Ghost type. Last Respects on the Archaludon is not going to be doing anything, so you do reveal that you are Choice Scarf or Choice Band, right? And we don't KO, actually. Okay. Our opponent didn't seem to respect the Archaludon, and that is completely fine, because now I can just one-shot the Moltres, which is the main objective. Oh, we do get a special attack drop. We are in a good position here. We do get rid of the Moltres, which is actually kind of threatening. In my opinion, it's a really threatening Pokemon. The Whimsicott is faster than the opposing Basculegion, so we are going to go for the Moonblast onto that Basculegion. Archaludon is in a good position here, and yeah, we still have the Urshifu in the back, which, I mean, is also in a good position. Let's see what our opponent does, and our opponent just forfeits the match. And this is how we end the match section of our video. And yeah, I want to thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been giving me. I apologize for the inconsistent upload schedule. I've just been doing a lot of things now that I'm back home after 2 years, and yeah, managing like YouTube and my personal life, and now looking for a job, right? After my master thesis, it's been quite a journey, and it has been taking a lot of time, right? It is hard to conciliate everything, but I'm trying, and I hope that I'll be able to provide more content to you guys, more content like this. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys use Terrakion. Terrakion is amazing, and I hope you guys saw how amazing Terrakion is. It is a really cool Pokemon. And yeah, if you guys saw the video until now, do drop a comment about the thumbnail. I want you guys' opinion on the thumbnail. It's something a little bit different from what I'm usually doing, right? But I kind of like it. I just want to see if you guys also liked it, if you guys have any like ideas of how I could improve that, the thumbnail, of course. So yeah, thank you all for the support. We are 153 right now, so 153 Pokemon trainers right now, and let's see if this year we can get to 500. It's going to be taking a long while to do that. We are still really far away, but yeah, let's see if we can do that. It would be amazing. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video so far, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Bye!